User Management for Administrators for the Web Studio, EMR Manager and WordPress. Let's now log in with an administrator account. Your own account will now be displayed here, as well as all accounts for which you have administrative permissions. The higher-level accounts, such as the administrator, will not be visible if the highest group you belong to is the group of key users, as shown in our case. The New Account button gives us the following view. Now let's enter the required data for the new profile. There should be a concept for usernames for uniquely identifying users. So, enter the appropriate name here. There is a policy for usernames that they must contain at least 6 letters. In the password field, you now have 2 options. You can use the magic wand to set a secret password, which will then be communicated to the user via email. Or you can assign a password yourself. Here, you should be mindful of the following. The password must be at least 8 characters long, and contain at least 1 upper and 1 lowercase letter, 1 number and 1 special character. In addition, usernames or parts thereof may not be included in the password. The user will receive his or her registration information to his or her email address. In the second line, fill in the field's name and surname. In the last field of this view, you have the option of placing a time limit on the account. Left-clicking on the field opens a calendar where you can select a date. The account will then be deleted on this date. By clicking on Details, you can record additional personal data for the new user. Here, you also have the option of disabling the email features for this user. Via the maintenance function, the user will be informed by email if, for example, maintenance work or a system restart is planned. Finally, we will select the groups our new user should belong to. The upper groups are the main groups. The groups highlighted green and red confer or take away, respectively, additional rights. This means that a user must belong to a main group, and can then be assigned further rights by the key user group. You can assign the user separate access rights for each program. Use the green tick to save your settings and be redirected to the main page. You will then receive confirmation of your change in the area at the top. The new user will then receive an email with his or her necessary access data. In the email, you will also find additional information about the new account, which user groups the user is in, and how long the account is valid for. Let's now test our new account and enter the name and password in the EMR Manager. Access, with the corresponding rights, is now granted.